Hi everyone, let me share with you my experience with taking OET on paper. OET Medicine recently replaced Step 2 CS for ECFMG certification, and there is no other way to get around with it but to pass this. Passing score for this is 350 for score of B for each of the section of OET. And this is actually relatively easier than the STEPS exams, but do not take this for granted as there are still some who fail this, and of course this is still a test. Which is a bit about me. I am an international medical graduate, currently living in the US for a year now, so English is definitely my second language. I took OET last June on paper, so it was in person. I scheduled it ahead since there are limited slots for this exam, especially if it's on paper. There are 4 sections in OET, which is speaking, reading, listening, and writing. I got 450 on speaking, reading, and listening, then 380 on writing. Well, writing is brutal. So, yes, I've said there are 4 components of OET, so let's jump on each of these components. So first is listening. There are 3 components for listening, subcomponents or subtests for listening, A, B, and C. It involves filling up the blanks for patient notes for Part A, then multiple choice regarding a short conversation. It's all clinical for Part B, and Part C is listening to a presentation excerpt from a conference and answering multiple choice questions regarding that. This involves focus because they do not repeat the conversation, so you have to get it at once. You just have to pay attention to this, and this is played through a speaker, at least for my exam, in a room on test day. So second part is reading. There are 3 components as well for reading. It's A, B, and C. A involves reading through 4 excerpts and filling up blanks about it, while B involves reading on short paragraphs and answering multiple choice questions regarding that, while C is similar but involves longer paragraphs and readings. So fourth is the speaking one. Speaking, this is a role-playing part of the test where they give you 2 medical scenarios and they will test your empathy and communication skills with patient. So you will be the doctor and there are different types of patients. So this is relatively an easy part. There will be kind of like practice questions at the start of it, just to feel the one playing the role as a patient, just to feel their voice and they can hear your voice and you can hear their voice as well. So fourth one and last is the writing. I guess this is the hardest part, I would say, and I dedicated more time practicing this part. There is a format for this test, so make sure to know that, and they have the optimal number of words. I guess it doesn't really matter, and this is not a strict rule as long as you follow the formatting correctly and you include important notes in your paper and of course grammar. This can be a referral, discharge, or transfer letter. So I did a dedicated 1 week for my OET. Although they say that this is an easier test relative to CS, I still wanted to be prepared for this exam. So the resources I used are the following. First, it's the OET free sample test. This is an important one. There are samples in the OET website. I guess whatever is in here is very similar to the exam, at least for my exam. So it is actually good to do this days prior to the test date, just so you know the format of the test. After all, this is free. And next is the E2 language. They have a free package, but I think it is limited, so I did the Express Plus package, which is about $89 and includes a mock exam with feedback. I guess it was really helpful. It gave me confidence for the exam, and the feedback was very helpful as well for speaking and writing. They gave me a very comprehensive feedback for the mock exam, explaining why they gave you the score and what to improve on. If you got dollars to spare, I think this is worth it. for review. I did not finish all the lessons, but this gave me an idea what I should be expecting during the exam. I scored 370 on writing during the mock exam and 470 on speaking, which is quite close to the score I got on the real test. Next is the benchmark OET. I did an urgent package since I just have a week which costs 40 USD for 4 letters corrected within 24 hours. I think they gave me helpful feedbacks as well, but they're very strict with the corrections, and I think they gave me a pretty brutal score before, but this gave me some confidence with the writing portion as well. So you will send them your letter, then they will send it back to you, the marks and feedback together with your score. I scored C, C, C on the first 3 ones, and B for my last letter. This also includes a mock exam, but I didn't have the time to do it for the other subtest. So next is the 50 writing task sample letters. I saw one online that has 50 notes for writing, which includes model letters. So I practiced with this as well, but I think I did just around 10 letters from this. I also got a speaking partner. I found one on Reddit, and we went through all the OET and E2 language scenarios for speaking. It was helpful. We gave each other feedback. I will be making a separate video for my OET day experience to give you some glimpse of how the day will be. If you got any questions, please comment down below and I will try my best to answer it if I can. I hope this was helpful, and good luck everyone.